Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're running an educational institution, you definitely know there are decisions, big ones, that shape pretty much everything you do. Classroom, back office, the whole lot. Today, we're tackling one of the real biggies, picking the right school management system.
It really is. It's less like buying software off the shelf and more like laying a new foundation. These systems, they aren't just tools. They genuinely become the sort of central nervous system for the school. So yeah, getting it right is it's paramount.
Exactly. And our mission here in this deep dive is to pull out the really crucial insights from this guide you shared. It's written specifically for school leaders, for you. Think of it as, I guess, cutting through the noise, getting to a clear, actionable understanding, helping you navigate what's honestly a critical choice, one that touches every corner of your school.
Fundamentally, a school management system, an SMS, it's designed to, well, centralize things, streamline your operations.
It's a digital platform, right?
Uh-huh.
Brings together admin tasks, academic tracking, communication, lots more.
And yeah, it usually includes a student information system, an SIS, that's the core for student data. But an SMS, it casts a much wider net.
Right. It's about getting away from all those fragmented tools, maybe a spreadsheet here for attendance, another system for billing, something else for parent emails, and bringing it all together. One cohesive experience. The why behind it isn't just getting new tech. It's about, solving those real day-to-day operational headaches.
And what's really interesting from the source material is how clearly it links the right SMS to efficiency gains. And this isn't just like theoretical. It means freeing up actual staff time, less manual data entry, less chasing down info scattered everywhere.
Oh, totally. Think about all those hours, right? Attendance, report cards, just trying to get the right message out to the right group of parents. A good system really tackles that head on. Plus, it boosts transparency, especially with families. That builds trust, keeps everyone sort of on the same page.
And then there's compliance. That's a big one. The source highlights. Having all your records neat, organized, accessible, it's non-negotiable these days. Scalability, too. The system needs to be able to grow with the school. You don't want to be forced into a huge disruptive change down the line.
Yeah, and one point the guide really hammers home is the risk of choosing badly. Get the wrong system, and you could actually end up with more complexity than you started with. Or hidden costs pop up, or it's just so difficult to learn that your staff, well, they just don't use it properly. So the choice isn't just about ticking feature boxes. It's finding a system that genuinely clicks with your team, your school's specific setup, and, where you're headed.
Which brings us neatly to the foundational pieces. The guide lists these core features, the absolute must-haves for really any SMS, no matter the school type or size.
These are the non-negotiables, right? Like robust student enrollment and records, that's the heart of the SIS part. Accurate attendance tracking, obviously. Integrated gradebooks and report card features. A dedicated portal for parent communication, that's huge. Dashboards for staff, for teachers, and efficient ways to handle fees and billing. These are like the operational engine.
Absolutely. And supporting those, you've got things like calendars and scheduling tools, secure document storage, vital for compliance. Mobile access is pretty much expected now, isn't it? Everyone uses their phone. And granular user permissions. You need to control who sees what, especially sensitive data. But what's really insightful, I think, is how the guide stresses that even with those core features, it is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all situation. Different kinds of schools, they have vastly different priorities, different pain points.
Yeah, take small private schools, often running lean, right? Small admin teams. They desperately need systems that just simplified everything. Their priority is usually pulling those core tasks together, communication, records, billing, parent access in one platform that's intuitive, something that doesn't need a dedicated IT genius to run.
Then compare that to, say, higher education or vocational colleges, their needs.
And then you've got the newer models, things like microschools or learning pods. They often prioritize like extreme simplicity, affordability, systems designed for small, focused groups.
And finally, think about brand new private schools just starting up. Their big need, beyond the basics, is often really comprehensive support during setup. Pre-configured templates, easy data import, an interface so simple that staff can just hit the ground running with minimal training. Recognizing these different realities, these operational needs, that's really key to finding the right fit.
Okay, so once you've got a handle on your school's unique needs and you know the essential features, how do you actually evaluate the options? Compare them.
It really starts with a deep dive into feature goal alignment. Don't just look at a feature list and check boxes. Instead, list your school's biggest headaches. Maybe grading takes forever. Maybe parent communication feels like a black hole. Then look for systems with features explicitly designed to solve those problems, prioritized based on real impact for you.
And user friendliness. Oh my goodness, you
Take it.
can't overstate this. Can your actual users, teachers, admins, parents, can they easily navigate it? Use it every day without needing constant handholding. Look for things like guided tours, intuitive design, help resources built right in.
And evaluate the vendor support. This means more than just, a quick chat response. Do they have good help centers, video tutorials,
Yeah.
dedicated onboarding help? Consistent, easy to reach support is crucial for adoption, for long-term success.
And pricing, of course. Don't get lured in just by low upfront costs. You really need to dig into the total cost of ownership. Are there hidden fees, charges for essential reports, or support? Transparent pricing is absolutely non-negotiable. Avoid those budget shocks later.
Lastly, think about the future growth. A system that's perfect today it might buckle if your student numbers double in a few years. Can it scale with you? Or are you setting yourself up for another costly, disruptive move later on?
The guide also flags some really common, often expensive mistakes that school leaders make here. These are the strategic blunders to actively sidestep.
Oh yeah, the classic one. Choosing based only on price. A system that's missing key functions just to save a bit up front. It will cost you way more down the line. Wasted staff time, frustration, missed opportunities.
Skipping the demo, that's a big one too. You absolutely have to get your hands on the systems you're shortlisting, run your actual daily tasks through it, see how it feels, does it fit your school's rhythm?
Overlooking the mobile experience. That's increasingly a problem. Parents just expect to access info and communicate on their phones now. Staff need to manage things on the go. A clunky mobile interface, it'll seriously hurt adoption and engagement. And data security, it just cannot be an afterthought. The guide really emphasizes making sure the provider uses robust encryption, follows best practices. Protecting that sensitive student and staff data is fundamental. It builds trust.
And this is critical. Failing to involve your end users. The people who will actually live in this system day in, day out, your teachers, your administrators, front office staff, they must have a voice in the evaluation. Their insights on usability, on workflow fit, invaluable. Ignoring them is basically setting yourself up for resistance and, frankly, low adoption rates.
The source then helpfully wraps up with a list of really pointed questions you should be asking potential vendors. These go beyond just features. They get into the nitty-gritty of implementation, long-term use.
Yeah, questions like, is it cloud-based or hosted on-site? That has big implications for your IT needs, right? Cloud usually means less internal IT burden, access from anywhere. On-site gives more control, but needs more internal expertise. How often is the system updated? Are those updates automatic? Included. You want a system that keeps improving without you having to manage it constantly.
What's the typical onboarding time for a school like yours? Modern systems can often get small or mid-sized schools going pretty quickly, sometimes just weeks, especially if they have smooth data import.
Our training materials and support available for everyone, staff and families. Successful adoption needs everyone comfortable using it. And a huge one. What happens to our data if we decide to switch later? Make sure the vendor allows easy, open data exports. You do not want your history held hostage. That's vendor lock-in.
And finally, using free demos or trial periods. Don't just rely on the sales pitch. Get your hands dirty. Test your specific scenarios. It's the best way, really, to gauge the fit. It also clarifies some common confusion points, like SMS versus SIS reinforcing. SIS is mainly records. SMS adds those operational layers, scheduling, billing, communication, and so on.
And it addresses that idea that you need a massive IT team. Many modern cloud platforms are built for administrators, not network engineers. That simplifies things a lot.
That point about migrating your data later, it's such a critical safety net. Knowing your valuable history isn't trapped if things change.
So we've walked through the guide's key points. What an SMS is, why the right one is so vital for efficiency, for transparency, the core features you absolutely need, that crucial understanding that different schools have different needs, the clear steps for evaluating your options effectively, those common, costly mistakes to watch out for, and the essential questions to ask vendors to build a good partnership.
And the final takeaway is, well, it's powerful. This decision echoes through everything. But when you approach it strategically, the right system really empowers your staff, it boosts satisfaction across your whole community, and it gives you that scalable foundation for the future. It all comes back to really defining, really understanding your school's unique operational DNA first.
Right. And letting that unique DNA and your long-term vision drive the choice, not getting sidetracked by, flashy features or just doing what other schools are doing without asking if it's right for you.
Exactly. The technology has to serve the educational mission, not the other way around.
Which leaves us with this final thought for you, the listener, to maybe mull over. How well does your current approach, whether that's an existing system or just the way you do things now or any new system you're looking at, how well does it genuinely align with your school's specific long-term educational and operational goals? Are you choosing something that will be a true asset 5, 10 years down the line? Or potentially introducing friction, maybe even limiting your potential without realizing it yet?
Definitely something worth serious consideration as you make that critical decision.
Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.
It was our pleasure.